The sage yaps on about
But
the precursors that built this place all the time.
Where did they go? Why did they build this crap?
Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the
Hello,
next guy.
Destiny
But if you
awaits.
ask me, they
Yeah,
must have
I
been
know that
real
feeling with this game.
Wow! How did you
I've
do that? I think we're in trouble!
I know that feeling, Destiny. How are you doing tonight? Both of you, Doom and Destiny. Now that I fixed it, because I'm stupid.
Man, that stunk! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened!
Michael.
What?
Sit just like me. I'm good. Getting my
Okay.
finally getting another run of this game in. It's been ages since I've had time to run it.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
They was, I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And Daxter, you
Oh,
finally took a
that's
much-needed
not
bath,
good.
but in a bathtub filled
That's
with
really bad, Doom.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage, but he lives far to the north. Far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their hands on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the fire.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You
It'd be
can't
really
just
hard to
walk
use a
through it.
computer.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on
Yeah,
such a thing at this very
Movement.
moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right,
Daxter.
Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a
Yeah.
half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor
It's actually the wrong category,
And I
theoretically.
bet there are even more
There'd
of
be
them
no
out in
save
the
and
wilds
load,
just
but,
waiting for some
yeah,
brave
close enough.
adventurer to find.
Well,
We've got the brave adventurers.
Brave adventurer!
You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training.
Before
There
you
you
do
go.
anything
Anything
else,
else?
you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find
I know they were
that
thinking of
dog
making a
Geeko stuff,
second,
will we?
a fourth Jack game. Oh, theoretically a sixth, or whatever, a sequel.
Turn you both into
But
ferns.
the design, the route it was taking. Alright, at least they'll be getting back to streaming. Game options off. There's a way to globally turn them off. 3, 2, 1. Up. Ah. Doing stupid stuff again. I'm sucking it up, but that's I don't think they did, because I know they remastered the two they made for the PS. Well, they remastered one of the two they made for the PSP onto PS2, but I don't talk about that game because I really didn't like it. That's just my personal opinion of The Lost Frontier. I'm sure some people enjoyed it, and I occasionally, for some reason, want to play it. And they did remaster them for the PS3, But they were working on it back when Naughty Dog was working on The Last of Us. They were working on a Jack 4 instead, but they didn't like the direction the art was taking or something, so they didn't can the project. I feel like I could have done a lot better here, but yeah, first run in ages. There we go. Oh. Come on, I need to remember how to. I'm just gonna restart the whole run after this cutscene. No. Professional streamer right here.
You got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're
nice. Yeah. Now I need to reset my whole run because I'm stupid. Yeah, hey, if you can get a stream in, get one in. It's always been my thought process. And if you can't, don't. Follow the lamps. Take you right to it. Right there. Now, I'm gonna let you get. Thank you, Destiny Wait, for that follow. No, I am using my PS2 and my capture card. Do I have any silly games on it? Okay. Now we get to watch that whole cutscene again. No, I'm playing on my PS2 because I use a cap card. I believe the PX21 plus DSS is an emulator and emulator stuff. Game, yes. Yeah, save game file. Don't tell me it locked up. It did. Of course it did. Yeah. I played only one of the PSP ones, and that was Daxter itself. I played The Lost Frontier on the PS2, and then I played the original. I've beaten all but one of them, and that was Jack X, and that's because I don't have because with my PS2 it gets corrupted data and messes it up. Do. Just a little bit of a fan, but I grew up playing these games.
My father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors?
Like Jack 1, I can't remember a time when I wasn't playing these games.
Energy of the world. What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember.
It's 11 o'clock for me at night. Even the rocks do not recall.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a
The young boy, oblivious to his destiny, and interested in my search for truth, rejecting of my guidance. I've put 20 hours into this game. I have it memorized. Okay. I'm only the master of being ego. Actually, there's parts I'm unsure of. And so it begins. Careful research, or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a simple act of disobedience.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah, old Greenstuff told us not to come here. Continue a search for artifacts in Eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do. Deal harshly with anyone who strays from the village.
We will attack it in due time.
Ah. I see. I'm gonna crop this a bit.
What are we doing here anyway,
And
Jack?
I'll just
This
deal with
place
it and
gives
the
me
rest
the
of it later and
creeps.
build a custom over. Ah, nice. 11 o'clock.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor
Yeah.
junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure
Sure
doesn't
doesn't
look
look
friendly.
friendly.
The sage
Yeah, that's
yaps
the
on
problem with
about
my
the
cap
precursors
carding
that
the
built this
computer I
place all
use.
the time.
Because to have the audio from the game.
Why did they build this crap? Now I like precursor orbs
I
and
know,
power cells as
Destiny.
much as the
You know,
next guy. But if you ask
I
me,
plug
it
in
must
my
have been a real
sound through my
loser.
mic jack,
Wow! How did you do
and then
that?
it goes through my mic jack and fights my external mic, my internal mic for my computer. And so once I get a computer with a line in, it'll be a lot better because I can actually be a lot easier to hear. So I'm debating just I'd unplug the sound, but then it'd just be me
Man,
talking,
that stung.
and that's not. It's gonna be very
I told you we
entertaining.
shouldn't have come here, and you listened.
At least this you get some audio.
What? Okay, okay.
Let me know if you can still hear the game. I want to try this. If you can still hear the game, let me know. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Filled with dark ego. Okay.
Mess.
There you go.
Gonna keep yapping,
I just think
because
maybe
in my
because it does
professional
this thing to my
opinion,
mic, you might be
change
able
is
to
an
hear it.
improvement. And besides, I couldn't help
If
you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long
Ooh.
enough to have a chance at
That's
returning
actually
you
very
to your previous
interesting.
form. Carl
Acheron, the sage, but he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north.
Nobody has spoken
Yeah.
to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't
Can't
do that either.
None of the other sages that maintain the other teleporter gates seem fit to turn their hands on in quite a while.
The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you
Could
could
fly
fly
over
over
it.
it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right,
Okay.
Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might
Could
work.
work.
But
But
we're a boy
and a half
going to get
with
20
20
power cells.
From the
Villagers.
villagers. Most of them
They
have a
have a
power
power
cell
cell
or
or
two
two
stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave
Adventurer, you two couldn't find your way out of the village without training.
Before you do
Anything
anything
else,
else, you better
then
go through the
warp
warp
gate
gate
and
and get
get
some
some
practice
practice.
on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that
Take your
dark
time,
illegal
Doom.
stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate
You
to
gotta
fall
do
in
something,
again
go
and
do
turn
it.
into you.
Get
In there, before I turn you both into ferns. Dang it. Apparently I've got a memory card in here now. Should have unplugged the memory card. Oh. Apparently I can grab on there. Uh-oh. There's gonna be some lag because of high CPU usage. I don't know where that spike came from. So 146 there.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
And no problem. You got the moves, AJ. We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away then.
And while you're out
Adventuring.
why don't you make yourself useful? My dark green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you?
The world record is 1 minute. Also, hello, Hippie Hunter, but the world record is 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 11 seconds, somewhere like that. It was set by the speedrunner Bill Braid, and he actually is good at this. But I also don't have Nightbot in here because I'm lazy and never put him in here. But welcome to the channel. I should have my PB down below, which is like 3 hours and something. Oh, let's not go in there. Oh, it is a fantastic game. That's right. Nope, where are you going? Get in there. This is my first run in ages, so I'm really rusty at it. Nope, nope, go the other way. That way. I always remember this was my favorite part of the game, this power cell. Let's go get ourselves in this farmer. That's the wrong way.
Well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this paracel for your trouble.
probably should have done the skip there, but oh well. I don't know all the skips yet. Well.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite
Bite
out of me
out of
fishing
fishing
rod.
rod.
And now they're gobbling
When
up
up
me
we
catch.
catch.
No matter what I
I do.
try, I
Can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo!
Maybe it's your breath.
You think you
You can do better.
Try
I flew
scooping
the
up
uptime
river
fish with a tiny net.
I'll give you a
Power
power
set.
If
But
you
you
can
can
catch
catch
200
20
pounds
pounds
of them
of
critters.
them.
And now let
You and shrimp here. Use my speedboat
to get
to
to
Misty Island.
Just want to
Let's
try
try
the
it.
challenge. There are two
Two
types of good fish to
fishing.
catch.
1 pound fishes and 5 pound fishes.
If you miss 20
20
pounds of good fish,
Then I'm gonna take me net back
from you.
from you.
There are
Poisonous
poisonous eels in this river.
Catch even one of them birds,
and
and
they'll
I'll
poison
poison
the
the
whole
whole
darn
catch.
catch.
I remember the eels in this game used to remind me of what are they? Daxter. For some reason, the eels in this game reminded me of Daxter. I'll need to figure out a much better overlay for this game. But I'll mess with that after the stream.
Steady boy.
Dang it.
Hold steady. You're almost there.
You're almost there.
Hold steady. You're almost there. You did it!
Yes.
You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers.
Oh my.
Here's the power cell I promised.
Heart's pounding just from that section.
Village dock. Whenever you like.
Whenever you like. Nope. Don't miss that. That. Thank you, Napoleon Tennis Ball, for the follow. Yep, more massive CPU usage. I'm actually gonna turn that off and cost myself a bit of time, but I don't care. That'll really help with my streaming for now. Overshot. Got that one. I have to go get that other one. It's gonna cost me time, but oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. How is it? I don't know how that's done. I'll figure that out later. Oh, I'm sucking it up right now. I don't expect this to be a stellar run. Well then, apparently I'm going to be taking the long way up. The really long route. As in the, I've made every mistake possible at this part route, and cost myself about a minute. There we go. I sucked it up right there. Oh, squeaked that. Come on, cutscene skip. Yes! It's not quite as good as I'd like it to be, but it's still a skip. Means I can do bite skip at least twice. So I'll save it for the next two. Oh, apparently I can only do bite skip once. Come on. Okay, now I can bite skip again. Well, I have to go back through all that again. Not too much time though. One. What's left? I think that's it here. Yeah, that's it. One more, okay. I'll go get that cell then. Dang it. Messed that skip up too. Then again, I don't know the skips in this game very well. Sounds like it, dude. That's probably a good thing here. Daxter, you're in the bone. Got it. Sweet. Nice. A job as a game manager. Sounds fun. What's the upcoming web store? I've yet to hear of this web store. Come on. Oh wait, duh. Forget it. That skip's costing me more time. There we go. That will save me a lot of time later on. So if I do it now, I'll get it done. Ah. I've never heard of it. I'll have to look into it now. Oh. Ah, forget it. No, I must get the skip. Because it will. I'm just gonna get that skip now, learn it, and it'll help me in the future. And I'll have a really bad time for Misty Island from now on, or at least for a little while. But I'll have the skip. Oh. Of course. And now they decided to start going web store. Nice. Dang it. So it's there. I'm gonna, if I get a PB here, I will be worried. Then again, it'll skip the whole ambush. Or the death skip should skip the whole ambush. Forget it. I'm just gonna go through the actually, I'll go get the other one and go around the island. Let's not die like that. That's good. Of course. So we're gonna have post-game figuring out that skip after this run, post-run, whatever, where I figure out that skip. It's gonna bug me now. But I'm gonna take a different route instead. I know there's also a water skip glitch, but I don't know it. Yeah, I can imagine that you'll burn out. I also use a different route than most. Yeah, I'll just get those two and leave Misty Island. Sure it is, Daxter. It's not like I'm the only one who can actually do anything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get these cells and then leave Misty Island and head to Sentinel Beach. Lick my wounds and go. And then we'll work on the skip post game. Well, post run. I'll figure out the skip. Because that skip's gonna lose me a power cell, but it'll help me a lot more in the long run. Because I'll skip this whole part I'm going up now, and that power cell back there, and allow me to go right up to the top of this. I just don't know how it works, apparently. Nice. And see, normally I just drop, I can just now roll off into the Dark Eco and it sends me back to the beginning, to the opening, to the arena, but now it sends me back here. So close enough. More high CPU usage for some reason. I don't know why it keeps peaking. That's Misty Island completed. Are you talking about for the skipping up to the cannonball, Napoleon? Is that how you do it? Was the RE6 that bad? I've never played RE6. Oh, there we go. That did it. C. Which one's C? Oh, I forgot to keep that power cell back there. Oh. Oh. Right. Yeah, I was supposed to cut up here real quick, but I forgot to do it. I don't have a strat, honestly. I've kind of butchered one. I kind of butchered the world record run, and am forgetting a lot of stuff. And I forgot to go get the seagull one, but I'll get that, the pelican one. Actually, I'll go get the pelican one, then that one, because I'll just go knock off the flut, get the flut, call Sentinel Beach it. I think. I know it's only 20 power cells to proceed. Then it's crossfire cannon. Yep, improv route. I don't quite know what I'm doing. My first route from my original run of Jack 1 wasn't really good. So I've completely butchered my routes and made a new one. Yep. Which is why there's no times on the splits, because I wasn't using splits back then either. I was just using the timer.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
The black label? What's that?
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah, I'm not your mom. You see any feathers here?
Oh, nothing for sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and go with the sage to take care of them.
What's the black label? I don't recognize that title. It's using so much CPU. Oh. I have them greatest hits, I think. I might get a black label. Is there a difference between them? I'm guessing the greatest hits has bug fixes from the black label, and the black label's a bit better for speedrunning. That's just a guess.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty
Yeah, I don't
hot,
do save and
so
load.
keep a
I
lookout
just
for
don't
jumps to keep you off the
find it
ground.
like
And
a
also, there'll be several blue
something
cool
that
items
would.
you can use to
I just don't agree with it personally. That's why I won't run it like that.
Don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to
But that's just my
teleport over
personal
and-
opinion.
Good luck.
And that's why I do no SNL runs. Because what? SNL says you 6 minutes, right? Or so, roughly. Yep. Apparently I'm not getting that cooling balloon. And I'm hitting those. Get that. 7 to 8. I read, I remember reading somewhere it was 6 to 8. That was close. Nah, screw it. Apparently I'm not getting that one. Means I can't get all them scout flies in this area. Should hit the lurkers there. The main route I'm using is, I'm using a butchered version of Bill Braid's world record run. Just, I don't know all the skips really well. So, I've kind of made a whole bunch of mistakes trying to do them. Like at Misty Island, I spent like probably 5 minutes trying to do the, jump skip up to the cannon. I don't know what it's called. Which would have saved me a lot of time if I could have done it the first time. And that's really the run I'm going off of, is what I remember from that. So I'll probably after the stream iron out some of my English, if I could speak it. Some of the skips I'll use. Yeah. I'll have to figure out Citadel. But yeah. Bill Braid is something else when he runs this. I forget, do you need to turn on the teleporter here? I think you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey, it looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Poor Daxter. I don't even know Boulder Skip. So I'll probably afterwards just start ironing out some of the bugs I don't know as well. Because I've done about 1.5 runs of this game. The first one was 3 hours 31 minutes, I want to say, and the second one I had to cut about here because I messed up. Those guys will. There is a scout fly right there, and I'll take that. Let's start it on the rings. 40. That's 18. 2 from Boggy Swamp. I should be closer to 3 or 4. Oh, missed that one. Yeah, oh yeah, I missed the scout fly cell in Fire Canyon. I did. That is true. But I can't do anything about it now. Surprised I actually got that to work. Come on. So next one, it's up here. Did I fail? Where did I screw up? Yeah, I messed up somewhere, didn't I? I see. I don't even know where I screwed up there. That's gonna cost me some time. And then the plants are going to be hard for me. I always mess up there. I should avoid that jump. I'm always worried I'm gonna hit that dark eco box right there, so I always angle myself wrong. That always happens to me. Oh, well then apparently I'm not getting that one. Yep, lag. Yes, do. I must do lag on you. Come on. Can I do it? Yes. I'm surprised I did that. I definitely will need to work on that. It's using so much of my CPU. Let's see. I'm gonna get the last 2 scout flies and do the blue ring challenge. And grab that jump orb. Was that a 4 cycle? I wasn't even keeping track of how many times I went down there. Forget it. We're just gonna, I get the scout fly one, the jump orb, the jump cell, and then that one. I should be able to buy 2 from the, precursor robot real quick. Oh, apparently that's gonna happen. And that, forget it. I'm just gonna hope that I can get enough orbs somewhere else. And I'm going the wrong way for some reason. Come on. Oh yeah, I need to switch from Precursor Base into Lost Precursor City. Completely forgot. I did not expect that to work. Stupid mistakes lead to stupid deaths. As per usual. I'm gonna get hit. Surprised I didn't. That's fine. I have no clue what I'm doing. So if you could send me a PM with what the optimal route is, I would love to see it, because I would love to know a better route than this, than just kind of a half-assed butcher one. Come on. I feel like that worked out a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, because that will send me back and I can just skip across. Okay. I'll remember to open that after the stream, and then I'll take a look at it. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do a lot in Doggy Swamp. Should have rolled there. Did I miss one? What's the new game? What are your choices for the new game, and is it Dead Island 1 or Dead Island Riptide? Because Riptide wasn't that bad. Because, I remember the original Dead Island, if I remember correctly, wasn't that good. Dead Island Riptide I enjoyed a lot, though. Depending on the choices on other games, might change what the answer is. Nope, not gonna make it, I don't think. Nope, not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. But it puts me right here where I will make it. Yeah, I'd suggest playing a different game, because from my experience with Dead Island, I didn't enjoy it a whole lot. But you might be enjoying it. Oh yeah, there, 50 minutes. Okay, I've got 16 minutes to beat the whole game. Nah, I'm not gonna set a world record this run. Yeah, I've never played a Dead Space game, but they look good from what I've seen on them. Oof. I would not suggest opening it then. If it was that expensive. Excuse us selling it, waiting a few years and selling it for more. Unless, of course, the time when it was most highly valued had passed. Would have been something like too far. Yeah. I would not open that game either. Of course, I'm too cheap to ever buy it at that price. Maybe around there. Yeah, I only ever sell games that are for consoles I don't have anymore. Hello. Like, I sold all of my Wii stuff and my Wii croaked on me. Because, I mean, I'm never gonna buy another Wii. I might, but at the time I never was. I hardly played the games anyway, so... Yeah. You're part of the collector subculture of gaming. The ones of us who buy a whole bunch. It's just at 30. We'll get out of here with what? Each one is 8. Yeah, get out of here. I don't know where I'm standing when I get out of here. I'll probably have to go buy some or do some more missions and get out. Precursor basing. I cannot fight ambushes today though, apparently. Yeah. Like, my collection of games is small compared to some people's, but it takes up 3-disc cases that I actually put games in still, and then I start, like, half a year ago, I started just keeping them in the cases again. It's mainly PS2 era games, because I played a lot more PS2 when I was younger, and I've had one a lot longer than I've had a PS3 or a PS4. So my collection of PS2 and PS1 games is extensive compared to some. Actually, dude, you might have heard of this game then, if you're a game collector. Have you ever heard of World Tour for the PS2 and GameCube? I've been able to find one other person who's played it. Dang it. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 5. That'll put me at 36. I'll need to get 2 more thumbs up. Precursor Basin, or yeah, Precursor Basin on 2 more. It's nothing fancy. It's just a bunch of games I picked up. Just whatever sounded interesting. And that puts the dirigible out of action, right? Yes. No. One more apparently. A Moral Tour? type. If I could type, that would help a lot. Just one of those games like nobody's heard of. Actually, I need to get my hands on 3 more cells once I get out of here. I don't know. I've only ever found one other person who's played it before, and no one else. I don't know how rare it is. It just one of those games I've had. Just where did I get? I don't even remember buying it or anything. I just have it, and it's like a scooter game. Maybe I'll break out the disc cases and stuff and show you what I've got. Like World Tour, the best description I have for it is like Tony Hawk mixed with skateboard, with scooters, with motors, and boss fights. It's the only description I have for that game. One more stealth quest somewhere. You have heard of it. So I'm not alone in this. I'm not one of the only 2 people on the, actually 3 people on the planet who's heard of this game. Because there's also, and all the devs. Oh, a PSX game? Like I said, I have a copy for the PS2 and I've seen it for GameCube when I actually like hunted it down and stuff. Like I just like, I've never been able to find someone who's played this game. Let's see what I can dig up on the internet about it. And according to Wikipedia and the developers' sites, it was for GameCube and PS2. It's one of those strange games. I'm just trying to figure out what thought process was behind let's put boss fights in a scooter game. What's that put me at? I skipped 1. So 35. There's another one in here. Yep, there's that one that I skipped. So I'll need to get my hands on 5 more cells. Ah, nice. Found my own house. That is very good. Yeah, maybe. It's really good. Being homeless is bad. I think I definitely have world record pace right here. Oh yeah, I'm no longer on Boggy Swamp, I'm on Claw. So I'll buy 2 from the Precursor Robot. I'll collect 1 from here. Actually, I should have enough to buy another one somewhere. I'll buy 1 from him. Just because I can. My aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on.
And corned beef like 1 tenderized is a backhouse steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton bomb, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again.
I see.
So, our sage, a master
Master
of blue eco, and a
and
mechanical
mechanical
genius
genius.
devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he
Oh,
disappeared
not
before
mean
he
to
had
do
a
that.
chance to turn it on.
And he took
all
his power cells with him.
At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here.
I'm pretty sure if that thing wanted to come down here,
Yeah,
it would just kill you.
but we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal
Seal
my
my
doom.
doom.
All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
Okay. One of the things is he never even manages getting a power cell for this, but you still get
Brought me
one.
the precursor orbs. All right. I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Yeah. So his life is apparently worth only 90 precursor orbs. Good to know if I ever need to use it. If I ever need to get his life, just give him 90 precursor orbs. Oh wait, I'll still need an orb. I'll still need an orb somehow. Oh well. I can go get one real quick in Precursor Basin. Actually, I can get two real quick in Precursor Basin and the Scout Fly Cell in here, and that'll put me at the ones I need. No, it'll put me on shore, so I'll grab one there. I'll grab the Scout Flies first. Oh yeah, I missed the one over by Lost Precursor City. I'll get the two over here real quick. Oh, the Jack and Daxter series are great. And sure, send me a PM with your Skype and I'll add you after the stream. Because my Skype's closed right now. I can make it. No, couldn't make it. So close. Yeah. Come on, nope, not close enough. Also might drop that little area where they put in this little platform for you to stand off and you fall off. So I'll go get that Scout Fly real quick and then we'll go do Cursor Basin, fight Claw, and go. That's a lot of fish, yeah. And then there's that one shark that's huge. So I'll buy, buy the one from the statue. Actually, no, I wouldn't need to buy one from the statue. I can do it and save those for Precursor Base. Not Precursor Base, in the next area. Forgot to jump there. And then I'll take that one out going down this last Scout Fly. Might be easier and cheaper just to buy one from the rope than Oracle though. also real quick, just make a quick jump back into fire canyon, not lava canyon, it's lava tube, and fire canyon, and just grab the one scout fly mist right at the end. Let's see, I'll probably go get that 6th scout fly in here, that one to be exact. And then we need 70 power cells, was it? That one right there really one that'll kill you. Okay, let's do that. 329. I'm gonna get 40 more, I can get 3 power cells from you guys, so that'll be like 43. You can also buy it from the Oracle and get cheaper. Actually, it's actually more expensive from the Oracle, but it's 2 extra cells. Last ring. Right there. Almost missed it. Oh, it's actually fight claw. Yes, usage, why are you so high? $45. One there. Oh, looks like we're doing Lost Precursor City and the one in Fire Canyon. Oh, it was 40. Actually, oh, that's gonna cost me a lot of time. I'm gonna have to go collect it. Actually, I only need 3 out of there.
Of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I can.
Okay.
Here is another power cell for your quest. For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
So if I can get one more Curse Orb, there's one I need from what's his name? Oh, it's using up so much of my CPU. OBS shouldn't. sweet. Two more. I know I'm gonna get those two because it'll be faster. Now, okay, it just drops it off right here. I'll need to 100% complete 2 areas, or get 8 from, or get a bunch from 2 of them. Or somehow get to 70. Yeah, this one at the top I get another one. Okay. Why it actually didn't say Zubo audio there, I don't know. Like it could have just bounced up there. There we go. That was actually a really nice skip. Because now I can go in progress. Hello.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go. Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait! I'll stay here and protect Kira. Jack, I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic of you.
I think he wants to kill me dead. Let's see if I can do this without screwing up. I feel like there's more efficient ways to fight him, but yeah, one that works. That just cost me the whole time of that fight. thing I've never understood about alien bosses. They constantly give you the stuff that you can use to destroy them, and they never realize, oh, he keeps using this thing I do to hurt me. I should stop doing it. In most cases, bosses are like that. Last stage of claw. Okay, that's claw. I like how these platforms just happen to rise out of the lava for me. Oh, looks like I'm not getting that orb. So, whatever. Or am I? There we go. Oh, well done. Can I get... That sucked. There we go. It's costing me a lot more time than it should. But I'll probably have all the scout flies. And that'll be the upside. I'll have all the scout flies. Picking at 47. And then I'll get the one at the end, 48. It's 12. No. 22. My brain is tired and I can't do math apparently. Making too many stupid mistakes that I shouldn't be making. Dang it. It's one downside about this place, it's really hard to play. I'm just sucking it up in this area. Lost 5 minutes so far that I shouldn't have lost. Lost a lot of time at Misty Island that I shouldn't have lost. And now I'm losing, and I lost time when I miscounted and messed up there. And now I'm losing a lot more time than I should here. I was right, I was gonna miss that one. And you're dead. That puts me at 48. That's the mountain pass down. Wow. That's a lot. Or is it not much for rent? I know you're not same area as me. My speedrun, yeah. I'm doing a lot better than I have before with this new route. But I've lost a lot of time over the whole run that I probably shouldn't have lost. But it's my first run in a while. So at least I'm still running.
Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Well, it definitely looks as though there's been a struggle.
I gave you almost 2 hours to beat the game.
I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister?
Certainly not. The Red Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all.
Doll? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I told you the Dark Eco would affect you both. Nobody ever listens to old Samos. What have you two done with the Blue and Red Sages?
Don't worry about your colorful friends, you old fool. They're perfectly safe in our citadel. Our special guests.
They have graciously
agreed
to help us on a little project.
You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco can be controlled. We've learned its secrets, and now we can reach.
That's a good deal, I guess. It's a good deal.
You can control Dark Eco by itself. Even the precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground.
Not the silos.
Not the silos.
Silos. They will be opened, and all the Dark Eco of the world will be ours.
But that's impossible.
Yeah, Jack definitely changes a lot in the next 2 games.
We've got big.
Gold and Maya they should bring back, because they did put a lot of foreshadowing in that the Dark Eco probably destroys them in the end. So Gold and Maya could come back and be some pretty cool characters.
Who's supposed to change me back? Gall is the guy trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
We may all be doomed. If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy everything it touches. We simply must.
And Samos and Kira. Samos stays roughly the same if you ask me. Kira changes though. And Axis
Few
so
more power
Baxter.
cells and your zoomer seat shield should get you across the lava safely.
All right, my boy. You know what to do. Take the flea bag and go round up more power cells.
How many is it?
Hey guys, keep collecting power cells. They're the key to continuing our journey north.
That doesn't tell me how many I need. That's what I wanted to know. I think it's 70 though. Yeah. The first one, I prefer the second one. If I had to pick one to be my favorite, I'd say Jak 2 is, personally. But this one's always a fun one to run that I can run in a late night stream.
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors. You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing I see here. I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth... Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them? What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before?
I don't know, Daxter.
How do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out of here anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out. Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too? Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs here.
Yeah. Like, the sequels took such a different turn from the first game. Like, they kept a lot of the same characters, but it just has a different feel to it. Where Jak 1 was more, of an adventure, with, you could go wherever you want, more open. Jak 2 became more, mission-based, and that really progresses the story. As opposed to in this one where you just kind of are left to your own devices. Now every time you do something, you're progressing the story, is what they did with Jak 2. Jak 3, excuse me, Jak 2 I mean. And Jak 2 kept the same feel. And Jak X is a pretty good racer. This is the Spider Kid, right? No, it's not. Yeah. And this one definitely... Oh, I plan on doing a run of Jak 1, of 2 and 3 at some point. But I just don't know when. Because, Jak 2's... I just need to route them. And Jak 2's a really long game. Same with Jak 3, so I need a lot of time. I was thinking, like, next time I do a 24-hour stream. Like I was thinking next time I do a 24-hour stream would be a good time to do them. Cause then I'll have 24 hours to do it. Just do a trilogy run. Let me see how quickly I can beat all 3. Okay. It'd be so nice to have that yellow eco vent open, but oh well. I should have waited before coming down here. Oh well. Too late now. Yep. Back this way. Well, if it's useful advice, and it could be helpful, it's the advice that of stuff you already know, then that's a whole nother story. Yep. Of course. Thankfully it puts me right there, so I can just get right back into it. That'll put me at 52. Was it 60 that I needed? Pretty sure it was 70. Oh. Hold on. Thank you. There we go. Ah. Yeah, that's not a good thing to advertise to Ross. Oh. Yeah, 2D platformers were pretty good. Ah. Why is it my C? It's taking up so much CPU. OBS isn't. Maybe they should be tired. It's taking up so much CPU. And then I got Snowy Mountain and the volcanic crater to take me to the water. Well, I only have 2 areas here, so it's probably like 60 that I need. Yeah, if I had waited to come down here, I would have just done up. There we go. Why did that put me? Yep. I wanted to be dead. Sweet. Ah, nice. I found a gaming laptop. Yeah, I need to build a new computer. Where's this? Oh no. No, I'm down this way. Yeah, I use a laptop right now, but it's like 6 years old. 4 to 6 years old, I don't remember exactly. And it's starting to die on me. One more Dark Eco Crystal. Yeah, Windows 8 kinda sucked. Just kind of, was really bad. I didn't trust that crystal not to go dark on me, man. I was lucky. Oh, I've never heard of Imperium Galactica 2. My guess is it's based off Galactica, the game. Maybe not the arcade one that I'm thinking, but yeah. And I don't run Windows 8, I run Windows 7. Probably a good thing that I found. I missed something over here. I don't know where exactly I missed it, but I know I missed it. I missed it right over here. There we go. For the RTS cells. From a stick? Define that. Because I prefer Windows 7 to what little I've touched of Windows 8. Oh yeah, probably. I'm not sure. I don't know for sure because I use I have OBS directly downloaded on all the streaming stuff I use. I have it downloaded directly onto my computer. Let's see. Let's see one more. Actually, 32. To shoot these guys. 7 scout cameras. Which one's on this? Oh, I missed the climb one. It's not worth it. Okay, time to get out of here. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, 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 that's counterproductive. Where am I going? Apparently I'm going down. There we go, I'm back in familiar territory. I don't have any problem with the mic delay. I think it's like, I don't have any custom settings for it. I would just figure out like how many seconds it's off by, and input that for the mic offset command. I need to get that power cell. But I know some people are having problems with it, and they said it was like a bunch of people are saying it was a 1,500 second offset. Oh yeah. Hello, Andy Gaming. How are you today? It could also be your mic that's the problem with the delay. I need 72. Okay. Now I know the number. Okay, I just throwing it out there that that could be what the problem was. It's my first run in a while of Jack 1, and I'm using splits now as opposed to just sort of running it and just whatever time I get. So in that aspect, yeah, it's kind of a first run. Like I said, I don't know. I've never had a problem with mic delay. It has to be the fact that I don't use webcam. Then I don't have to worry about it. Nope, it was somewhere else. Nice. How'd you do, Skull, if you just ran it? Did you do a speedrun of it, or did you just play? Oh, nice. How'd you do? Dang it. Yeah, you can play this game almost completely 100% through, no problem. Unless I miss like one orb somewhere. Which I have done before. I have missed like one orb in an area. And I was like, screw it. I don't do 100% anymore. The cave or the or just the snowy mountain in general. Because snowy mountain can be a pain if you don't know what you're doing. Did you get all 101 power cells? Yeah, did you get the 101st power cell? Because I know some people don't get that one. What is that noise? Ah, nice. The first time I 100% my brain has stopped again. First time I 100%ed the game, that secret power cell baffled me. Yeah, that switch can be pretty well hidden if you don't know what to look for. I believe there was some hint for it that I never found. And then I found it later through some optional dialogue. I was talking to the two miner guys. Like, one of them says, I found this switch or something. Come down already. Oh, sweet. That's another song. Of course. Ah, nice. I think I accidentally stumbled across it eventually, but it took me ages, and then after I found it, I discovered that nice little hint. 60, so that means I need 12 more. How many is left? 4. I've played Jack probably, Jack 2 a few hundred times, easy. I put more hours into any Jack game, any just one Jack game, than any other, than my whole collection probably, just into one Jack game. Jack 2 100%ing can be hard. I'm tempted to give you a hint about that one for the last, because, yeah, English. There's an area that if you miss the orb, you're, done. That's it. If you miss even one orb there, you can't 100% it. That's my only warning for 100% in Jack 2. That if you miss that one of those orbs, you're done. Not so much CPU. Of course. Yeah, I'm tempted to do that, but I'm just trying to figure out at this point just what my route's gonna look like, because I'm using a brand new route than what I usually use. Well, actually, what I've used before, and it's a better route. So I'm just trying to figure it out completely. Yeah, I might start doing that. I'm just gonna take the longer route. I think it's gonna save me more time than dying there over and over again. Yeah. It's because I'm also trying to collect as many orbs as possible because I need to get 11 more power cells before I can progress. And probably the way to do that is going to be buying orbs from the miners and stuff. Okay, see you, Doom. Let's see. Run here really, unless I find that one scout fly just on the way out. That put me at 63, so I gotta get 9 more here. Yep, gotta get 9 more. 5. Undoomed. You have to go back into the spider cave. Get some more.
Alright already. Here's a power cell for those orbs here.
You're gonna play Dead Space 2? Have fun.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's
a power cell.
Yeah, what he said.
That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cell.
Let's see. Seven more. So we'll get scout fly. And we'll go get the one from the one that I can now get. Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. The 101st power cell. So, 2 skeletons left. Other 2 from there. Looks like in Spider Cave. 3 in Spider Cave, so yeah.
Dark Eco in the glaciers?
I'm gonna fall back, get the one back here. Yeah, that was the one that baffled me for like a whole day. I just spent looking for that one cell. And then it finally clicked that I need to break the box. So I figured out how to break the box. I'm at 66. 5 more. And get that cell, turn around, come right back in. yellow to get there. Nice. Trying to get these cells real quick. And I gotta find one more somewhere. But then I should have the 120 orbs I need. And I can buy one and quickly volcanic crater good, and onto the lava tube, or my citadel, then precursor robot, and then I'm done. Yeah. I missed mini scout fly, so I'll need to get 2 more. But there's number 2. What is it? No, there's only 2 down here. That's stupid. I guess I could drive down all the scout flies. Ah, is it first time through 100%? Nice. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Skull. See you around. Oh, I need to return the muse. Oh, yeah. That's it. R. It's almost 2 where I am. Two a.m. So Malone and get them both out. I don't even think about getting away. I could buy one in where could I buy 2 cheap ones really quickly? Okay.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short from the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I will offer you a power cell in return. I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on. I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Oh, I forgot to get the one out of the farmer's house. Maybe bring him over here real quick. Last 3 splits. I should have waited till I got to the lava tube or whatever. Alright, we're going to go to a cookie. Please be the red sage's hut. Time to finish this.
cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand temperatures up to 800
I think would have been
degrees
really
with no
cool.
So keep
The
an eye on
mechanic
your
was the
gauge.
more
I don't
power
wanna
cells you
think
got,
about what these temperatures
the
will
more
do to
heat
your
you could
sewers the shield
withstand.
gives out.
Yeah, the heat. What?
What about us?
Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gull Citadel?
No time.
Look, I've released more cooling balloons into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the teleport gate in Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
Yeah. Dexter is. Oh, well then. But if you didn't know about this route, this is the best route in the game. I discovered it once. I was just playing and I went reverse through here. I saw one of the cooling balloons up there. I was like, what is that? And then I investigated it and found this. Oh. Yep. Yeah. Feel like that's gonna cost us some time. Oh well. Thank you. Yeah, that speedway is definitely gonna help my runs a lot compared to what they were. Yep. I can't see. Just like, what is using so much CPU? I honestly don't know. Something is eating up my CPU today. Once I make it through here, it's less important. It'll be less of a problem. So here, it'll be a major problem. I can imagine. This and the final boss are really where the game starts to get that major difficulty curve. Oh. Okay, get off of the darn thing. So I can go get Kira.
Hey, where's old Short, Green, and Wrinkly?
This is terrible. Father is missing.
Oh, he was. The
Paul
final
and Maya
boss
may have
is easy.
kidnapped him as well.
Relax, sweetheart. I got everything under control.
Under control? Lurker armies continue to grow across the land. The sages have been kidnapped. Paul and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their terrible plan. And to stop them, you're going to have to fight your way through their citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
You've got to rescue my father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah, we will be.
Be quiet, Daxter.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Dexter. Paul and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine. They have combined the functional remains of a precursor robot with scavenged artifacts from across the land.
Yeah.
Then they added a few diabolical additions of their own, creating the one thing capable of opening the Dark Eagle silos. If you can free the 4 of us, we can use
If it's so hard to open the Dark Eco silos, how are they sealed?
before they use it to destroy.
Actually, why would you create something that needs to be sealed away in the first place? With something so powerful, it takes that. Baxter always has to open his big mouth, though. I mean, if I had the precursors, I wouldn't have created the Dark Eco. Like, after it started destroying those destructive properties, why did they continue to make it? And create so much that it had to be sealed away. Not gonna make it, not gonna make it. No, I got greedy. I got greedy and it cost me. That was just a big mistake that time. S&L it's a bug in the game if you get the original version before the greatest hits or platinum, where you can save the game right after the cutscene and reload the save, and it'll skip you right to the precursor robot fight. So instead of having to go through what I'm going through now, which can be anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes. And that's the gist of it. Like, so I do no S&L because I just don't agree with it as a playstyle. But like if you look at the world record playthrough, that's what it will have is an S&L, and that's 6 minutes of gameplay roughly that he saved because he didn't have to go through the whole Citadel. Dang it. Got greedy. I know better than to get greedy. Let's see how many times I can just roll right off the edge and make stupid mistakes. Yeah, roll jump is the fastest form of movement you can get. Which is why it's the speed running strat. It's just to roll jump everywhere. But I'm not good at it, so I don't do it. In levels with lots of falls.
Good work, fellows. Samos was right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc. I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below. Yeah. You do that.
You do that.
Just go find more help. Weirdo!
I have to say, the Blue Eco stage is my favorite of all the stages. Let's go save. Yeah, they did change it a bit on Jack. Of course. Let me right back up here. It's one on my controller for roll jump. I thought you meant how they made it so that's not an attack anymore. That's what I want to know. Why isn't the roll jump an attack anymore in Jak 2? And I understand why they did it and all. Because it's L1 right here to do that. Maybe we have different controller setups, because I'm using L1X to roll jump. Come on. Oh yeah. Get over here. Oh yeah. Right there it is. Oh. Yeah, I played it on the PS2. Like, that's what I'm playing it on right now, too. Like, old school.
Finally come to rest. You know how long I've been in here? What took you so long? What are your names?
I'm Dexter. Who's Jack? Who's with me?
Good job, Dexter. You're a real hero. You've got to stop Gall from
The one person that sees Dax's heroic potential.
my eco to help open the shield door.
camera angle, thank you. Where's that gonna put me? All the way back up here. I prefer the blue ghost stage right there. Because this takes you right back down to the beginning. You have to go through one of those. Oh, I plan on doing a 100% run of Jack 2 someday. I'm just working on routing it. But I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know where to begin. Oh, it's all.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco power with the other 3 sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
That's why I'm probably going to do a 24-hour stream and just run through all 3. Hello, Paul Flag. How are you today?
We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh, right. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back.
First,
I know Jack 2 really well.
then we'll try to convince Gall to help Baxter.
Jack 2, I've put a couple hundred couple hundred. I'm good. I'm tired. My brain's starting to stop working at about 2, which is about. But yeah, I've put a lot through Jack 2. That's probably my favorite game that I own. One of them. But
Just wait until we open the silos, little one.
so I've only ever 100%ed it once. And same with Jack 3. I've only ever gone through 100% them once. I've just beaten them every time, just playing through them. Quite a few times. Okay.
Jack, take the elevator up and stop that robot.
And stop that robot. Oh, I don't know, probably a good 10 hours. I honestly don't know. As for me, a casual playthrough of Jack 2 is one day, just sit down and do it. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, actually, yeah, I am interested. If you could send me a PM with how the routes work, I'd be interested in looking into that. It won't? Looks like it's protecting me pretty well. Oh, of course. Okay. No mercy? You want me to show no mercy goal? Maya, whoever that was. What is it? One? Yeah, now it's the last bit. Okay. Ah, dang it. Took some stupid damage.
Terry at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get Shane back now?
Give my computer a second. Okay, let's not do that this time. And let's go take some... Okay, thank you, man. Cool. No, thanks, because I am interested in what routes they have for Jack 2 and 3 100%. Because I have no clue where to begin just for Jack 2, or just for Jack 2 100% or Jack 3 any percent. Well, glitchless any percent. Okay. So I've taken all the stupid damage I said I shouldn't. Maybe I'll finish the robot off once for all. Yeah, I want to do glitchless any percent for Jack 3 as opposed to 100%. Because I just get frustrated trying to do some of the levels in it glitchless any percent. Damn it. Yeah. For Jack 3. I just get frustrated doing 100%. There we go. I'd say Eco's doing a pretty good job of protecting me right now. Okay, no stupid damage this time so we can finish this fight. Why would I stand still? Yeah. Making a lot of stupid mistakes is the problem. I'm just making mistakes I shouldn't make. Probably because I'm really tired. Yeah. Like, I know these things are coming and that I shouldn't... I should do something about it, but I don't. Like, I'm making the exact same mistakes every time. I thought a cutscene was coming and I was gonna roll jump and do this. Okay. We're gonna take no damage here. And I proceed to take damage. How about you just die? I like that. How about you just die? Oh, it's fine. It's like 2:30 in the morning for me. And I did the same. I did a late nighter all night. I did a late night stream last night too. Yes. And we're at the end. Tico. The timer ends as soon as I get Light Eco, right? Spin. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it ends as soon as I kill it. And the cutscene begins.
Okay, fine. We'll save the world. But do it quickly before I change my mind.
Come on, drop some Light Eco for me. Drop some Light Eco for me. Get a cluster, yeah. New PB. PB hype. Thank you for the GG. Oh god. And I'd like to thank both you, Paul, and Skull for the follows, and everyone else who did. I know a few of you, most of you aren't around anymore.
Don't worry about me, baby.
But I'd like to thank you all for following. Come in small packages. After the cutscene, I'm gonna call it a night and go get some sleep. Thank you everyone for watching. Hello, Aquidus. Sorry to say you made it right for the end. I might host another streamer, I don't know yet.
Perhaps we found another sage.
I'll probably host someone.
Maya are lost. Yes, Gaul and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them.
Probably.
Who cares?
Yes, bring them
We
on.
can take them again, right, Jack? I said,
Said right, Jack?
Wow! Put it on ice, big guy.
I'm gonna host a casual streamer friend of mine. And actually, we'll raid her. Who's up for a raid? Will you guys mind raiding this person with me? They're part of a community that I am part of called Casual Runs Live. English, it evades me today. And basically what Casual Runs Live is, it's more casual playthroughs than speedruns. Like, I occasionally speedrun, but I'm more of a casual. I know, I'm a dirty casual, but... Okay, thank you for stopping by, Skull. See you around. But I figure we should share the love of the channel. But there's the channel. My raid call is your channel has been doomed. And thank you everyone for stopping by. Just drop it once you get in, and I'll see you around.